Alex Terrible is once again at the center of controversy. Recently, comments he made about Nazis and Hitler caused major backlash online. Now he's saying those remarks were meant as sarcasm. Let's break down what happened. All right. So Alex Terrible has had a long history of being a polarizing figure in the metal scene. Over the years, he's been accused of having extremist leanings linked to questionable tattoos and face accusations of homophobia and fascism. He has repeatedly denied those claims, even going so far as to cover up tattoos and speak out against them. But with the history following him, every new statement gets extra attention, and that's exactly what happened this week, all right?
It's just like Ronnie Radke. Whenever it gets
and they're touring together, too, so I feel like they're just amplifying each other right now.
Yeah, it's all part of the brand. On his Instagram stories, Alex made comments about Nazis and Hitler. He now says those comments were sarcastic, but many people didn't take it that way. Online, the tone was lost, and fans quickly voiced their concerns, saying the remarks were offensive and dangerous. In response, Alex doubled down, not on the comments themselves, but on how they were received. He claimed people are too quick to believe rumors, and the sarcasm often goes over people's heads. Online, especially, he says he was joking, and the internet didn't get it. Yeah. We're pretty sarcastic on this podcast.
Most people use sarcasm.
Some people have really dry sarcasm. I come from a very sarcastic region of the U.S. in the Northeast, where it's very dominant, and we don't really put on any facial expressions. When I moved to Texas, I had to change that really quick because I became condescending to a lot of people and an asshole. I had to really be clear when I was being sarcastic. So I started adding a lot more emphasis to my sarcasm over the years since I've lived in Texas. You would just say deadpanned and you just knew it was sarcasm, right? So is that what he's saying? Is he giving some deadpan sarcasm here?
It's tough to tell because he didn't say it to somebody. If you're just texting it, he opened up the world to ask questions, which is always dangerous if you have a platform like that. He did one of the polls on Instagram stories. People were asking a lot of genuine questions, and I'm sure there was thousands of responses. But somebody asked the question, and he responded in a sarcastic way. And then we get what we have now. Because of the response, it was so over the top, obviously sarcasm. Anyone can understand it.
Do you remember what
Whoa, hold up. How do you rub two brain cells together, Shade?
Just fucking shake them around.
You just shake them around?
Just shake them around.
Or do you go like this? Or do you go like this?
So he has like controversial past, like people say all kinds of stuff about him, right? I'm sure you guys have seen some of that stuff that people say about him. And someone asked the question, they were like, are you a homophobe? And he responded, yes, and a Nazi, right? Because what people have said about him. And to me, I saw it and I laughed. I'm like, oh, it's so funny when people joke about themselves like that. Because he knows that's like the biggest thing people say about him. But then people did not take it as a joke. I get it. It's online. You can't always tell. To me, that was so pointed as sarcasm.
How much responsibility do you think an artist should have for words to be interpreted, you know, especially on platforms where the tone doesn't really always translate? Because there is some people that I've met that just don't get it. I explained, hey, I was just joking, and they're still looking at me. I'm like, you know what, just forget about it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, and then I move forward. Some people that just don't get it, like even after explanation.
I think just like everyone always loves to tout, the freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence. Consequence can mean a lot of different things. In his world, consequence could be labels deciding not to promote him or venues not letting him play because of his views being seen as bad. Things like that. Those are consequences that can affect him. Do I think he should be responsible for how others receive sarcasm? Not really. We can say anything online and someone can misinterpret that however they choose to. That is not my fault. I can say I like ketchup on a hot dog and it can be turned into Shade Reacts Live hates mustard.
Bro, well, yeah, like, that's what I thought.
So it's
I thought you hated relish and all condiments all together.
I actually do hate relish and I hate mustard. But my point is, it's still taken out of context. That's what happens. It's not the responsibility of the person on the platform control how other people react, but you still have consequences, right? If you say some shit that's obviously controversial, which he knew what he was doing, you're going to get backlash. So he chose to ride that wave and lean into the backlash, whereas others might just delete the story and act like it didn't happen. It'll just kind of go away.
I agree with this comment. Ketchup is edible. I hate ketchup. It's just like a sugar tomato paste.
I want to put them together, man. Bring all the worlds together. Ketchup and mustard simultaneously. I'll put some relish on there too. Now everybody's happy.
Shane just admitted hates mayo.
I hate pickles.
I hate mayo, actually. Mayo's disgusting.
If I had to cover up a controversial tattoo, I don't think I'd lean into Nazi sarcasm going forward. It's like he's not building from zero. My son will get in trouble for doing something, and it'll be the 13th time that he's done that thing. But he'll treat it like, oh, why are you getting so mad at this thing that I just did this one thing? It's not that big of a deal. And I have to go, dude, you're not starting from zero. You had 12 other fuck ups before that that's leading to me getting mad about this 13th one.
Like, you should be Alex's dad. You should just become his dad.
Dad mode is hard to get rid of after you've had the kid. That's what it all comes down to for me. I totally believe he was being sarcastic, like 100%. In my mind, that is a sarcastic comment. It's the type of thing that I would say if I was in that situation. That being said, people were already questioning where he stood on this line. So to joke about being on the other side of the line when people are already like, maybe you are a Nazi, I wouldn't play around with that if I were him.
Read the room.
Yeah.
Read the room.
That wasn't even the worst thing he said. Why are you a Trump supporter? And his response was, I never said I was. I'm not. I'm a Hitler supporter. He really misread the room with these comments. I'm like,
dude, that's funny.
I laugh because I can tell it's a joke, but I can just see all the angry Twitter people.
Knowing that too, he's just starting shit. He's rage baiting hardcore.
I'm convinced it wasn't even him doing it. He just gave his phone to Ronnie and said, Ronnie, can you reply back to this?
They're just hanging out in the back like, yo, let's see how pissed we could get the world today.
Jesus.
I bet they did. He was like, oh, here's what you should say. And they were laughing their ass off with the responses.
It's probably true, man. They definitely like starting shit. They like the drama, and it probably brings them engagement. They're probably making money off the drama. We as a people should be able to tell the difference between when somebody does something actually seriously fucked up. I don't want to put that on the same level as somebody telling a bad joke. I'm not going to sit here and shit all over this guy for a bad joke. We've all made bad jokes that were poorly timed. Alan just said it right there. He had to walk away a bunch of times from people that didn't understand. And it's like, for this guy, that's what he did. And so I'm not going to get all over his case. I don't like him any better for it, though. I already didn't really like him before that. And now I like him a little bit less, even if that made me laugh a little bit. Because I'm just like, dude, come on. Little damage control might be useful.
This happens in the real world, too. Just not as common when you're online. And like somebody was saying in the chat, most of those people, you can't really tolerate them, and that's why they end up being chronically online. After the whole thing where everybody shut down, and then you get back out in the real world, the internet has just gotten more funny to me. It really has. I think one of the best things I've done is go back to working a regular job. It's been the best thing for me. And being aware that, oh, there is sane people out here.
Yeah, when you run into people in real life, they're usually pretty normal. It's wild how abnormal they get on the internet.
If you see somebody who has an anime picture as their profile picture, you know that they're probably going to say some off-the-wall shit. Like, no way to like tell who they are as like an actual person. That is an anonymous identity online. They will say some shit. They're going to be weird.
I'm Goku. It wasn't me. The thing about that, though, is when I go on the internet, I don't say that I'm me, but I'm still talking like I'm me. I don't change the way that I speak because I'm on the internet. I feel like the people that do that have to already be kind of shitty in real life. If you're doing that, you're probably kind of shitty.
You could argue there's still going to be a shitty person if they're able to switch like that.
If they're cool with just changing their personality to be an asshole, like you're probably already wanted to be an asshole and just didn't have the accessibility yet.
That was a clip from the Solid Sound podcast that we do live every Sunday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Check out the full podcast for this clip right here. See y'all in the next one. See you.